Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the BirdCage LLC, where we getting ready to dive into a few things. But before we do, hit that like and subscribe button on your way in, man. We got you covered tonight. This is going to be an epic episode. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
Well, we're back. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. No more debating. We got the magnificent Birdcage crew in the building tonight. Graybeard, Coach Brant, long time no see, and K-Dub, no stranger to the building. What it do, K? And fellas, Brant.
Glad to be here.
Coach B, good to see you, man. Been a while.
Yes, sir. Good to see y'all.
Man.
Football season has kicked off here in Tennessee. They got the high school stuff, so I've already got the fever. It's ready.
Yeah.
Your mic is not on again.
I got the opportunity to keep Buford $50 million stadium, and I'm like,
yeah.
It's crazy, man. They got a Titantron and everything, man. It literally showed player whoever made the tackle if he's a 3-star or a 4-star and what college he committed to. It's insane. It's literally insane. $50 million field and stadium.
Well, speaking of that, high school football is among us right now, but college football starts this weekend, and then a week and a half later, we got the NFL. We got K-Dub coming back in here, but let's talk about it, man. The Falcons have their last game of the preseason this week. We're going to dive into that. We're going to also talk a little bit about the Tennessee Titans game and what we've learned and what we've observed. And I'm seeing a lot of things going on with this team, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff with this fan base right now. It's a lot of people, they're a little high strung at this point. You know what I'm saying? Very high strung. And what I need to tell you guys is this. If you're high strung, just go ahead and take the Friday approach. Better yet, got to be like Smokey.
Well, around here, between Normandy and Weston, we call this here a little twin. Wow.
Yeah, I got to cut that part, you know what I'm saying, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, please.
For obvious reasons, I got to cut that part, but it's okay. But let's be honest, fellas. People need to chill. Right now, we still got the waiver wire coming up. We still have players that we're going to cut. We're going to have players that we bring in. And at this point, it's just, how can I put it? It's one of those things where you have to understand the process of scouting, because scouting does not stop after the draft. You're still scouting players from other teams that can punch your system. And right now, we're going through a lot of battles right now, position battles. We're going through a lot of things and it's gonna shake. You know, it's pretty much gonna shake like some jam in Magic City on Monday nights. That's pretty much how it's gonna go. But getting back to it, man, when you sit back and think about it, K-Dub, what's up, man?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Finally, we got you. But when you look at everything that's out here right now, there's a lot of, all I can say is there's a lot of things that's gonna come up.
I mean,
everything's
no,
all right. We got $15 million sitting. We can at least take a couple of that, not all of it, take a few of those million and bring somebody in on a 1-year deal. You definitely got a chance to do that right now.
Yeah, I think that might be a possibility. I just think they don't pull the trigger until after the third preseason game. They literally want to see who we gonna keep, who going on the practice squad, and who unfortunately might get the cut. So I do believe they're gonna bring somebody in. We just don't know when, because we don't know how long McGarry is gonna be out. He's not out he's not out of the season, but he is gonna make significant time. So I'm guessing a couple of months. And then on top of that, Storm Norton, he got 4 months at least. So
No,
with
he's out for 8 weeks. 8 weeks. That's 2 months.
That's 2 months too. God. So it could foregone conclusion to me. They're gonna bring somebody in. Question is who and what type of money and what type of draft capital are we gonna have to pretty much give up just to get a 1-year winner? And that's pretty much what Terry and that front office gonna have to cook up. But I think this third preseason game tomorrow, heavy eyes are gonna be on the offensive line and how the rotation is gonna look, in my opinion.
Coach Brett?
I got a name for you. Wanye Morris. He's with Kansas City. He has Big 12 roots. He started out at Tennessee, then transferred and went to Oklahoma. He's got 2 years left on his rookie deal, so he wouldn't break the bank. There's speculation you might be able to get him for trading a 6th or 7th round pick, so it wouldn't hit you in the pockets too much. And let's be honest, Kansas City's not missed much on the offensive line over the last bit. So, and he is a mountain of a man. He's a road grader. So he's got SEC ties and Big 12. Plus he's been playing championship pedigree football in Kansas City. So he's been exposed to it. He knows what it takes to win. Give the young man a chance and let him play.
I'm all for it.
What is his pass? And he's one of your guys, and then I'm going to let K-Dub jump in. What is his pass blocking? I know we're going to talk about percentages. Here's my thing. I don't trust the percentages is nice. PFF does great grades. Here's my thing. I use the eye. The eye never lies. So
he gets his hands on you, he's got a set of ice grips.
Okay.
I like that.
That's coming from a former college, high school coach right there that just said it. So I'm good with you because you studied this kid since he was at Tennessee. K-Dub, man, it's sad that we are dealing with this right now with McGarry, but he ended up pulling, he pulled an Ezel off of Friday, got the slip and fall. Just
I'm hurt. Oh, my neck, my back, my neck and my back. Oh.
Hey,
you know how funny it would be if he actually did that on the field.
He pulled a slip and fall, man. He done got the money and he done got hurt. Now, I hate that he got hurt, but we got to make light of a situation, ladies and gentlemen.
It ain't even wet over here.
Not even wet over here. That was good, Coach.
So, K-Dub, man, wouldn't you take $30 million for a fall where you can chill?
Yeah, I mean,
with a smile.
I mean, I'm gonna try to make humor about the situation, but like I say, man, it's unfortunate, but it's like the timing is crazy. He just got it. I don't even think the ink was dry on that 30 million, but yeah, man, he's got trying to get back in there, but that continuity is gonna be missing. To be an opposite of what everybody else is saying. I still think we stay in house until our guys get back healthy. So that's just what I think. I mean, I feel like we got some money to make deals and go out and go get guys, the Wanye Morrises of the world, and
Yep.
and like I said, because there are a lot of the other guys that sit on the couch are older guys, late 30s or in their 30s. So uh, I mean, I like the Morris. I like the Morris. I like the Morris guy. If we're gonna get somebody that is in the league and not sitting on the couch, but I do believe we stay in house with the Wilkersons and the Joe Schmoes and the Jimmys and Joes that we have on our roster, backing up right now, and we give them a shot and try to keep it from spending that money that we may need to go on this run that we're expecting to go on. We may need to get a player down the road off the free agency market to come in and help us. So we'll see what happens. We'll take a look at it. We'll see what Terry thinks about it. But that's just my assumption of what we may do in this situation. Because Wilkerson was in there, he wasn't playing the greatest of football, but he was playing serviceable football before Bergeron got here. So we'll see what happens and see how it plays out. But I'm still after I've had a chance to sleep on it, I think we're still in a good place. These guys are getting a lot of clock right now because they're playing a lot in the preseason, so they're getting a lot of burn right now. So they're getting their feet wet, and hopefully they're ready to go. At least all they got to do is hold the fort down to Newsel and those guys get back in the lineup. So it is what it is, man. Not Newsel. I meant to say what's that other right tackle behind Storm Norton. So when Storm Norton gets back and McGarry gets back, then we'll have those backups holding it down. That's just my assumption of what may happen, but I could be totally wrong. They go sign a guy tomorrow, and I could come back on here eating crow. But I think we try to save the money that we have, try to kind of, keep that still reserve, and then if we need to make moves throughout the season, if somebody else goes down, a starter, something of that nature, then we'll make some moves. But I don't think right before the season starts and other major things could happen throughout the season that we make a move and trade more picks and everything right now before the season starts. We have a little bit of depth. It ain't the greatest depth, but we have some depth.
But here's the thing, and I got to change the subject real quick, not to cut you off, but we can't sit there and chance it at this point because we've seen Easton Stick have to run for his life in the preseason. We've also seen that they're not that great at run blocking. They figured it out against Tennessee, which we're going to tap into. But at the same time, at this point, you got to have somebody that's immediately inserted that's going to protect your future franchise quarterback's backside to keep him upright and keep him healthy. And the one thing that we talked about the other day, and Coach Brandt and I were talking about this off the record, tell Zach Robinson, start looking at some of them old Washington Redskins offenses. When you had a Joe Theismann, you had a Mark Rippon, and you had Doug Williams when they were doing the sprint bombs, the rollouts to the other side, because Penix can throw it deep outside the numbers beautifully. And that right there would kind of fit what he does, and it keeps him out of harm's way if he rolls to the strong side, if they actually add that to the playbook. Coach Brandt, how do you feel that would actually add a dynamic to this offense?
Oh, I'd love it. He's tailor-made to what I always used, and what I've always heard it is getting called dash, and it's a motion, a way to roll out the quarterback. It came off the half sprint or half moon, what people used to call it, and it's a way of getting him out where he needs to go. But you can do it out of a lot of sets, and he's got the arm. He's got a big arm, and he's got a quick release, and man, he throws a pretty ball. So he's made for it, and we got guys that can stretch it, and we got big physical receivers. So, Charlie Warner and them may have to play a little more in line right now and balance it up a little bit to help the rookie out a little bit. But hey, that's cool. A good mix between the Redskins and the 2012 and 2016 seasons is a perfect mix, I think. A little bit of everything, a little gumbo, throw it in there.
And the reason I said the old school Redskins, if y'all don't know about them, Go back, look at the 1982 Redskins. They were the team that scored the most points until the 98 Vikings broke that record. And then 2016 Falcons broke that record when you talk about offenses. Joe Gibbs was ahead of his time. If you ever look at it, as I said before, go back and look when Gibbs was the offensive coordinator for the St. Louis Cardinals back in the day when he had Eric Gray. He had Eric Cat at backfield. And if you remember Metcalf that used to play for us, that was his dad. And then you look at what he had in San Diego with the Hall of Famer and Charlie Joyner, Dan Fouts, Kellen Winslow Jr., a unicorn at tight end, real unicorn, and so many other things that you really look at. You have the mixture to have that type of explosiveness on offense. But the question is, who are you going to put on Penix's blind side to protect him? How are you going to sit there? Are you going to use an H-back? Or are you going to use a fullback? Are you going to bring a tight end a little bit closer in different sets or whatnot?
I get two backs in the backfield, and I get Algier in there with Robinson at the same time. Get a little William Andrews and Lynn Kane vibe going right there. I just hey, I'm telling you, he's dangerous.
Sounds good.
The fullback has been – look when Michael Turner was there. We had a nasty fullback. 2016, DeMarco was a nasty fullback.
Great fullback.
Hey, you just got to get the ball in their hands. They're the forgotten position.
Where's Keith Smith at right now?
Exactly.
On the couch.
On the couch.
I'm trying to figure out if he's in shape, because if he's in shape, bring him back.
Put Algier in there. Let him do
it. Hey, what, you go switch his position?
Hey, he knows what's going on. He knows one. You got to know the other.
I agree. I think that would be a good trade-off. But let's talk about
you got them young running backs too that they can put in too.
Now, here's something else that's been going on. The roster movement and battles continue to ramp up right now.
And I love it.
Competition. Defensively, we're seeing it. In the wide receiver room, we're starting to see it as well. And on the offensive line, they already got the cemented starters. So nobody's pushing anybody. We already know who the starters are. But when you see this, they also brought in a couple of players this week. You got DiNucci. And then you also got Perkins, the defensive end that they brought in, / outside linebacker, edge rusher. Now, with you bringing in DiNucci at this quarterback spot, I'm going to be honest with you. I think he beats out Easton Stick, because if you've watched DiNucci play, he's a bad boy. Yeah. Sling it, run it, and definitely is a very serviceable backup and very competent. How do y'all feel about bringing in DiNucci as your number 3 quarterback at this point and dropping Easton Stick to the practice squad?
I mean, he had NFL experience, so kind of make that on back of who we got at Kirk Cousins. So I understand the move. Move makes sense. So we gonna see how he pick up his playbook tomorrow, because I know he's gonna play tomorrow. Him and Stick are pretty much fighting out who's gonna be the third string and who's gonna be the practice squad quarterback. So I'm excited to see how that's gonna shake up. And right now Blair is leading the way for the wide receivers right now. To me, that's why we got rid of one of them that we just kind of 1-year deal to. Go, because he pretty much is getting the tone and the pressure right now. We don't know how Nick Nash is gonna hold up. We don't know how the other players are gonna hold up as well. Because right now, pretty much now, tomorrow is gonna be a battle to the fittest. Who wants to be on the 53-man and who wants to be cut?
And that's something that you really have to look at. And I don't even think it's the fact that who wants to be here and who doesn't. I look at it as if it's one of those situations where it's, okay, are you going to play in this league or are you not? It's not if you want to be there, because guess what? Every guy that's on the NFL roster wants to be here.
Right.
Everybody. Because it's so hard to get there. The thing is, are you going to perform? Because you can want to be there and not perform, and you pretty much going to get your pink slip. Yeah. Pretty much. You might as well go ahead and send Will to do that job. I think Will could probably be the NFL pink slip man. If you want to be honest. Will will be done fired.
Hey, sit on down in my office with me. I got to go.
Will be done fired everybody. But being honest though, It's not like we said.
Oh,
It's
man.
not the fact that they can't play. It's the fact that can they adapt to the system that they're playing in? Because every last one of these dudes that's in the NFL were either All-Americans in college, All-Americans in high school. They were literally the best of the best, even the scrubs. So when you look at it, it's hard to get there. You separate yourself not by paycheck, but some of the best talent is on the bench.
Yeah.
Some of the best talent never touches the field. And that's the sad part and the irony of it. Unfortunately, our offensive line is not like that because our wide receiver room is deep.
Oh, very deep.
It ain't been deep. It has not been deep like this
Quite a
since
while.
2016.
Yeah.
That's the last time you've seen this wide receiver room where you could throw anybody out there and they can make a play.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure they're not going to deal Cousins.
Yeah, because I understand they brought in Danucci, like the historian was saying, but you got Easton Stick and you supposedly have Kirk Cousins. Now I understand they said they made the move to go get Danucci because Emory Jones went into concussion protocol, but that still doesn't. I don't know, man. It's some fishy right there. I think they got a tentative plan on the table to move Cousins, and they want to make sure they got enough quarterbacks on the roster. So this is my opinion, but we'll see what happens and unfolds with that. So I think the same thing, Coach B, on that front.
Man. If it doesn't happen sooner, it might happen. Like I don't think he's going to finish the year out. Let Tua get a concussion, and his hind end will be down in Miami quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Or Matthew Stafford is not fully healthy to go week 1.
The Jets say he ready to go over there, man.
Oh yeah. I got great pride. I got great pride in my boy, the mailman delivering in LA. But if I know the head coach, he won't come out of that a little bit more proven. So Kirk Cousins could be a viable option. The only thing about it though, they cap baking looking too tough right now. Up there in LA.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's cool to see that the mailman is doing his thing. The Rams actually believed in him and they got him into therapy. They pretty much invested because you don't see a team investing into a guy like that where he's got off the field problems. Us as UGA fans, minus Brent down below, we all knew that Stet enjoyed that bottle. And it's okay to enjoy a drink, but Stet was they covered a lot of stuff for him at Georgia. He was one of the golden children. Like between him and Herschel Walker, they can't do no wrong. You say anything bad about Stet, they'll be ready to kill you. And it's just the truth.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much right.
He led him to 2 national titles. Yeah,
I'm just saying. But when he led him to the first one, he could do no wrong. When he got that second one, he became immortal.
Yeah.
And now you put him in the NFL where he got people saying he can't play. We sat back and just said, you know what? Give him a shot. Give him a fair shake and don't just get rid of him.
Need to use a different term.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Not that shot.
Yeah. Not that
Yeah. Give me an opportunity. Give me an opportunity.
Yeah, give me an opportunity.
Give the mailman an opportunity, and you see that he delivered. So
just
guess what?
Don't wind up like Tiger did when Tiger went to rehab.
But just remember this, though. He's outplayed Jimmy Garoppolo too.
I know. Oh, I know he has. There's no doubt. The kid's a winner.
Yeah, they don't. But they don't want to talk about that. He's outplayed Jimmy G, even though Jimmy G is a Super Bowl quarterback that played in the Super Bowl, NFC champ. But let's be honest, you letting that guy that was a walk-on quarterback that was drafted low outplay you right now. That's not a good look.
I don't think Jimmy G cares, man. He too big to kidnap and check all over the league. I don't think he cares.
But let's be honest though. You're one hit away, and we always say this. I think your camera froze on you, bro. Yeah, you had froze. But what I was saying was the Rams understand that they have to have a capable backup because Stafford is getting up in age. Yeah. And not just that, He's got a back injury. He's coming off of a back injury right now.
Yeah.
And at this point, you have to consider that. Now, with the Falcons, it's very similar. We got a problem at right tackle right now. You got to have somebody that's ready to go. I believe Penix is going to be good all season, but just in case, y'all can call me a Debbie Downer. Y'all can say whatever. But right now, I can say, I told you so about the offensive line. I can say that because I've been preaching about depth for 5 years. As long as this show has existed, I've preached about depth. And all you dudes on this panel can attest to that. You have to build up your depth in the trenches if you want to win. DNP, depth and preparation. If your depth is not right and it's not prepared, you lose games. Simple.
Agreed.
Look at Philly and look at KC. That's all you need to know.
You ain't lying. And then the 49ers back in the day. I mean, the 49ers a couple of years ago when they were just plagued. I'm talking about plagued with injury on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Because Philly was dishing out pain and suffering last year in the playoffs, man.
Carter and them boy were just, you know what? Yeah, you deserve to be on the cart today. That's what he thought.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is this: y'all can sit there and fuss with me all you want to. Defensive linemen last longer than running backs, and I stand on that. And I ain't been wrong yet.
Absolutely, they do.
Running backs don't last long in the NFL, ladies and gentlemen.
Shelf life 3 years on average.
3 to 4 years. 4 years means you got to steal. If you get anything beyond that, that's amazing.
You know why it's cut at 3 or 4? Because that contract comes in too, and they say next, move the drill.
And here's the thing: we got Bijan Robinson, definitely a talented player, but the question is this: when you pay him, are you going to want? Because here's the thing: all players go through it. Everybody, Father Time is undefeated, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we can.
And the pain, the way that he runs is like a deer in the head. It's like a deer in a minefield. I describe it like that. You don't know where it's coming from or what happens. Guys that run like that live dangerous because bodies are always flying around them. And a lot of guys that have that style, Barry Sanders was one of the rarities who didn't really get hurt like that. But a lot of guys who are that scat back type of back where they're not north and south end up with non-contact injuries, a lot of soft tissue injuries, and things of that sort. We have to have a running game behind Bijan to take the load off of him so we can keep the tread on the tires, because they ran the hell out of him in Texas. They ran the hell out of him. So understand this, folks. He's got limited carries. Understand that. Now, he might be a freak like Adrian Peterson. Hopefully he is. But running backs have limited carries. You have to have your backups. We finally found a running game this week. You got Carter that stepped up. He had a little bit of blocking. He showed the little bit of ability. He showed the little bit of ability to be able to hit the hole at full speed, and it's a different pace of back. Yeah. How would you guys describe the running game that we had against Tennessee, and how is that going to set us up for the season?
It was night and day. I mean, he actually attacked the hole. It wasn't too much of hesitation. I think the offensive line did a pretty decent job making hole for him or whatever, but that was all on him. That guy was hitting the hole. He wasn't thinking about it. He made a couple of cuts, and after that, he pretty much was north and south. So I think right now, Jack Robinson wants to build on that against Dallas, and like I said, how the offensive line holds up now that we got to rotate some pieces around just to try to protect our quarterback. So, yeah, man, I thought the offensive line did pretty well last week.
K-Dub?
Yeah, I think they improved. But it's just repetition. Getting more and more of doing something. You get better and better at doing it. So that's versus week 1 to week 2. So week 3, we'll see how they go week 3. Hopefully they continue to make improvements and open up holes. The guy has some speed, but I don't see the shiftiness in him. That's just my opinion on him. But he did hit the hole and do what he's supposed to do when the hole was there and made a great run. But I just think he needs to be a little bit more shiftier, in my opinion. But other than that, he did a pretty good job. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm gonna see what they're gonna do this week, tomorrow, and go from there and then get my assessment after on the party line tomorrow night.
So here's the thing. About Carter. Carter's not a scat back. That's not his strength. If I got to compare him to a running back, I would have to say he's more of a north and south runner with a burst.
Tevin Coleman.
No, I wouldn't even say Tevin Coleman, because Tevin Coleman had track speed.
Yeah, but the burst is
Jarius Norwood. That's what he is.
Yeah. You know what? I can see the
comparison. Norwood.
But the difference between him and Norwood is this. Norwood had track speed too. That's what a lot of people forget. Them injuries slowed him down.
Yeah,
Norwood was just physical as hell. So I agree with you on that. It's just the speed that I wouldn't say, but the running style, the vision, and being able just to plant and go, he's like Norwood in that sense. I give you that. That's a good comp.
What about Anton Smith?
No. Anton Smith is another track star that played football.
Yeah.
Anton was a monster. But when you look at what he brings to the table, I don't know if you guys paid attention to it. He's very good in pass blocking too. That was something that did not get talked about. If you looked at Easton Stick or whatnot, how many times did he get sacked in that game?
Well, that's a plus. That is a plus if you grade.
I don't remember.
Because guess what? Easton Stick was sacked when he didn't have a running back in the backfield.
Yeah.
When he was in that backfield, Easton Stick had time. He was picking up the hot reads with blitzes. He pretty much was picking up the linebackers, picking up the edges, and that did not get talked about enough. We're talking about him running, but when you talk about a guy that can run the football, but I look at the little things. Are you going to block? Are you going to sacrifice yourself? Can you give your quarterback an outlet? So I feel like we found a third back, but we just got to see a little bit more of that. Can it be consistent? Because he is going to get playing. A third string back does get playing time in this offense. They will rotate him in. So he might get moments here and there just to give those guys a breather. But again, he could be a change of pace back. You got Bijan, who is speed, shiftiness, Algier, who's pretty much a hammer with speed, and now you have a guy that is speed and energy. That's what I say. I'm not even gonna say speed. I'm gonna say just energy and toughness. That's what I see in him. Energy and toughness.
Okay, I'll go along with that.
But I think he's going to be a great one. I think he's going to be a great backup for us if we keep him. But if we don't, we got to find somebody who can do the little things, because again, we need guys that are going to block for the quarterback now, especially with the right tackle situation. And we need guys that we can rely on if anything happens to Bijan and Tyler.
If he gives anything of a performance like he did last week, I think he pretty much makes the team. No question.
But guess what? If we cut him, I guarantee you a team I believe would pick him up.
New Orleans.
Oh.
Yep. Because he played in that type of offense that he plays. I mean, that style of ball that he plays, it definitely would be one of those backs that could go over there and be a problem for us.
Him and Kamara, yeah, that could be a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to keep three backs, Kool-Aid. And the reason why we got to keep three backs is because if anything happens to one of those two, you got to have somebody that's ready to go.
What up, Kool-Aid?
We're gonna run with three backs this year. Here's the one thing we need to also talk about. Can the Falcons become consistent with drives and cut down on penalties? Now, we're just talking about the preseason now. We don't know what the season is going to look like. We're just going off of what we're seeing. K-Dub, I'm going to let you start this one.
Well, I'm afraid they do cut down on the penalties and get drive consistency. But like I say, it's like throwing it a grain of salt. These guys are going to get playing time. Some of these guys, maybe a handful that may make the team. but these are not the guys that are going to be starters. It's hard to really, gauge what they're doing, what we're going to see in the regular season. But what I'm saying from these backups, I do want to see them play more crisp and play more better tomorrow, so it's not such a bore to watch because we have to do a show after this. So I need those guys to really want it, go out there and play with fire and desire and passion, and go want it, man, and go play their butts off, play with their hair on fire tomorrow, and go try to make this team, and not make it a stale watch and making out there missing blocks and missing assignments and things of that nature, and getting quarterbacks hit and then things of that nature, not making the right block. So we'll see how it goes, but I really want to see the consistency get better all around on the offensive, defensive line, and in the secondary. And let's see who really wants to make this 53-man roster, man.
Speaking about secondary, we got Will in here, and you came in at the perfect time, brother. Today, I'm letting everybody know this.
We need help. We need help.
Look, I'm just letting everybody know today what I'm on. I'm like Coach Prime.
I got time today.
I got time today. That's where I'm at with it right now. So, Will, I'm going to put this out here for you because you and I have been going back and forth off camera, and I'm going to show you this.
Lord have mercy.
Billy Bowman has been getting more snaps with the first team defense at the nickel spot. I told you so. What that means is DeMarco Hellams will not be a starter in that nickel spot.
No.
As I said before, he's
not nickel back anyways.
It was either going to be Bowman or the other guy that was going to get the spot was pretty much going to be Fuller, because Fuller and Watts are going to be going back and forth in the back. That's who's battling for that number 2 spot right now. But
Hellams needs to be on that hash and running that alley. He don't need, he's a downhill guy.
Yeah, he fickle hell.
No, you were saying Hellams, man. Come on, it's in the chat. You were saying Hellams was gonna be that nickel guy.
I don't know. My name Bennett. I ain't in it.
I know you know. This between me and Mr. Will. This my guy, Pink Slip. But here's the thing. Hellams is a crash out. Hellams, the only problem with Hellams was this. No, a nickel is a part. So here's the thing. Your nickel back is an extension of your strong safety position. That is what a nickel back also is, Will. So
hey, look, Hellams trying to get himself back on the IR the way he be hitting. He gonna hurt himself again.
He throw his body to the wind. He don't care.
I'm saying, but you gotta care, because guess what? You're gonna be back on IR, sir.
Here's the thing.
Those are collisions. Those are car collisions.
Hellams is gonna be your special teams ace. He's gonna be the one that's gonna set the tone. Put it this way. DeMarco Hellams is gonna be what Bill Bates was to the Cowboys.
Bill Bates.
Scud missile.
That's what he's gonna be. He struggles with coverage, but man, when you talk about hitting, it's like seeing Mike Tyson hit somebody in '88 in Mike's prime when he would hit you and drop you. That's how Hellams hits.
I like it.
But getting back to that, no, I just had to put that out there because me and Will had a little something going. That's my guy. Love Will. Will is my man. Will is my man. 100 grand. That's my partner. But again, here's something else that we got to talk about. Raheem Morris's old mentor and Sean McVay, are his teachings paying off right now? Are we going to see that this season? Are we going to see the success that Sean McVay has? Or are we just going to see you really tried to copy what he did and it didn't work? This is what we need. This is what we need to know. McVay's not playing his starters. Neither is Raheem. We literally just lost a right tackle in practice, and his backup wasn't even practicing anyway. So, are the lessons that he's learned from Sean McVay very relevant right now with what we're doing or what we're trying to do? And do you think he would play his starters if we had a lot more depth on this team? Coach, you can start.
I think he's just made the decision. He's not going to play his guys in the preseason due to the fact that there's 17 games now. So I think that I think that's just a conviction that he feels, and he's sticking to it. So I'm of this mindset with Raheem, and I'm hoping it hits the same way it did with Dan Quinn and with McVay. When was the magic year for all those guys when they took over?
What, year 2 or year 3? Year 2 or year 3?
Yeah.
Sean McVay was out there in remember, Sean McVay was out there in 2016, 2017, because we played them in the playoffs in 2017, if you remember.
Yep. Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, but like Quinn caught lightning in a bottle year 2. You know, a lot of times that first year you get in there and you're trying to mesh and get everything together and manage everything, and then some things just are right in front of you and you don't see them, and then just with coaches it slows down too, you know, just like players do. You got guys asking you. I mean, just dumb stuff. Somebody comes to you. This is totally hypothetical, but somebody comes to you on game day and says, "You seen the movie Major League when Serrano was wanting to sacrifice a live chicken? What do you do with that? You got now. You're like, hey man, handle that. Go do it. You can't do everything, and you learn to delegate. And there's things that happens, and it's maturity, and you start trusting people that you've been with, and you know they got you back. And you know, that's I think you're going to see. I think Raheem Morris is a very smart man. I think he made some really bad decisions last year, but I also think he was handcuffed to an extent. So it ain't all on him, but I think everybody's learned from their mistakes. And I think we got some pieces in place this year that if you just let everybody do their job, I think everybody's going to be fine.
Well, Raheem better be smart. He got a Columbia education. Hell,
that's what I'm saying. He's a very intelligent man.
He better be smart. Going to one of the top schools in the country. You better be a smart man.
You ain't lying.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with Coach Bringer. I think, and we always talk about players need continuity. Coaches also got to have continuity as well, especially trying to get the rapport with their players. So I think year one.
Watch what's going to happen. Watch what's going to happen in Detroit this year. Watch.
Yeah, I think Detroit might decline a little bit. I ain't going to lie.
Same thing that happened to us in 17. We were loaded for bear. We had the same team, and guess what? We had a couple little pieces move, and you got Sarkisian in there, but our defense was lights out.
Yeah,
I mean, there's just a couple little things we should have won it that year.
Yeah, we should have won it.
Coach,
but no,
please
because you know what I'm saying. There's little things like that
it hurt,
and it just I think that it's gonna. We got the continuity right now with everybody back and where they are, and I think you're gonna be rock solid this year. We need to get to September the 8th and let's go get it.
Here's the thing that you were just saying. Like, here's my thing. Steve Sarkisian can go to hell. That's how.
I'm with you, man. I mean,
that was Dan Quinn's fault.
I don't care. You bringing this man off the street fresh off the damn sauce. What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah,
well,
wait a minute. I got to say it, man.
I know. A lot
of people
you know who should have been moved to offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm saying you bringing
Sean McVay.
You know what? But the one thing I understand is the fact that he was trying to help save his friend. And I get it. Because everybody needs a helping hand. Now, I'm talking trash because we didn't get to the Super Bowl with that team. But you got a guy that's walking into a situation where a team won the NFC the year before, went to a Super Bowl. We ain't going to talk about that. But you had all that talent there. And to be fair, it takes an offensive coordinator at least 2 to 3 years to understand how to use his players. Sark is a hell of a play caller. I just tell him go to hell because I'm just mad at him, and now he at Texas, and I want my Georgia Bulldogs to put foot to ass. That's what I want. But every time we play him, I can't stand Texas. But
next weekend gonna be fun.
But you got to give him credit because you saw what happened when he went to Alabama. Helped them win a national championship.
Nick Saban doesn't hire dumb people.
No, he does. He does not. No, he does not.
From Dan Quinn bringing him in and doing him a solid and helping him rejuvenate his career, you're seeing how Texas was horrible when he got there. He had to build that program from nothing.
From the ground up.
Nothing. And for you to get that team in the college football playoff 2 years straight, almost get to a national championship, losing to Michael Penix Jr. Love it. You know what I'm saying? And when you see what he's done, it wasn't the fact that he wasn't talented. He was at a rough part in his life at that point.
Yep.
Rough part in his life. That's before he started getting collard greens and fried chicken. He was still eating chicken cutlets and Spam and rice. He was still eating that stuff.
What?
No, if you ever been to Hawaii, you understand the locals enjoy it. He's actually part of that bloodline, the Samoan bloodline. But when you talk about it, man, Sark is an intelligent man. And you're right, Coach. Saban ain't bringing nobody in stupid, and neither is Dan Quinn. Because you see he went and got Cliff Kingsbury. And you see what Washington is doing.
Yep. I mean, Nick Saban don't. I mean, even though Lane Kiffin was pretty much the most arrogant guy on God's green earth.
I take Lane Kiffin in Atlanta in a heartbeat with his offensive coordinator. Say what the hell you want about him. Get that man Michael Penix Jr. with this offense.
Yeah.
That man hated in Tennessee.
What?
No, not anymore. But
no. They still hate it.
I about said it.
K-Dub, you let Lane Kiffin come here, I already know what your ass gonna do. You're gonna have a gold jacket in your house hanging on the back of that wall saying, give Penix the Hall of Fame already. Because you know with Lane Kiffin and quarterbacks, you know how that goes. That's a nasty combination.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
He's a quarterback guru. But we're gonna see what Zach Robinson got. I think we got a good guy right here. I believe he's gonna get hired away this year. After we have a great season, we're gonna lose Zach Robinson. Then y'all be like, dang.
I ain't gonna say that. Hell no, I'm not gonna say that because guess what? What have I been clamoring for? I said I want DJ Williams to be my next OC. Doug Williams' son.
So you want this man to be about it just so you get Doug Williams? No, it's already on the staff.
So here's the thing. DJ Williams is in the staff. He works with the quarterbacks. Your boy Penix works with him all the time.
Yeah, they tight. I'm just saying. I mean,
and he knows.
I ain't trying to just scurry Zach off like that. But I mean, of course, I'd be happy we got an opportunity to leave and go get a head coaching job. So.
Zach ain't gonna make it past year 3. He ain't gonna be here. He's gonna take a head coaching job. Guarantee you that.
I give him year 3.
That's the reason I'm saying he won't be here in year 3. And I'm
not. Saying if that happens, yeah, of course, I'm ecstatic for Doug Williams Jr. Yeah.
That's who needs to be next in line. I'm just saying it because he comes from an air raid type of offense. He played in an offense like that in college. I know Grambling is a little small for y'all, but I'm just saying. What out of him and TJ Yates, who are you taking?
Oh, it's not even a question.
Well, it looked like they already grooming Yates, so they let him make calls last week. So it's like he already on their radar.
So you
go. That's just because he wanted to go get a chili dog. He didn't want to have to be on the headset. That's why. I tell you how that goes down. He said, "Go get me a slice of pizza."
And this is coming from a real coach, ladies and gentlemen, college level coach, high school level. This man that understands what that's like, calling plays and doing it. So, but the reason I say that is because you got a guy that's growing up in the system with the Falcons, and you talk about him coming through, and it's not just because of his dad. Let me make sure I put that out there. It's not just because it's Doug Williams. If you really sit back and look at the Netflix special that they had, Look at how he was working with a veteran quarterback like Kirk Cousins. Look at how he was talking to him. Look at how he was working with Michael Penix Jr., getting him prepped and ready. Yeah, Yates was calling plays, but who do you think was running the room? Yates is pretty much right here. That's going to be the guy that's doing the leg work. Lowest man on the totem pole. And DJ Williams did a hell of a job with getting Penix prepared to play.
A lot of people don't realize that playing quarterback is not just about passing. You have to understand the whole offense. You got to be in sync with the offensive line. I used to make my quarterbacks go sit in the offensive line meetings too. That's why we never had our meetings at the same time. We would do our meetings, and then separately I'd make them go sit and learn, because I needed them to know exactly where everybody was going to be and what they were going to be doing. So somebody has a question, they're asking me, you know what I mean? They know what's going on. They're an extension of you. They need to know that on the field, and they're in the huddle. Hey, what do I do? Oh, you got to combo the backside and then get next level. I need you doing that right here. So it's just as important, if not more important, because if you just try to throw it every down, it ain't going to end well for you.
No, it's not.
Now, and the reason I say I think DJ would be DJ would be perfect in this situation. We know TJ Yates, pretty much backup quarterback, been in the system, coach wide receivers, he's been around. But again, I'm looking at the fact that how long are you going to have TJ here? Because TJ wants to have an opportunity to coach. He might leave. That's the reason I'm saying DJ. Think about it. Offensive coordinator position open up, he gonna leave. He's gonna interview for it. He's not gonna wait until Zach Robinson is gone. The reason I say DJ is DJ's in that spot where he doesn't have to rush. You get what I'm saying? With him being on the part of the totem pole, he is. Because once Yates leaves, because Yates is going to be an offensive coordinator. We don't know if it's going to be with us or it's going to be with somebody else. Because it would be crazy for Yates to pass up on the opportunity to lead any offense. It would be crazy if he did that just to wait for Atlanta.
Yeah, I agree.
Best case scenario is our coaching staff stays intact for the next 3 years.
That's what I want.
We can pray and hope that happens, but we know that's not.
I'm just saying best case scenario because everybody knows what everybody's thinking, and it's a machine at that point. That's what we need.
That's really
what we need. We need to keep this continuity with this coaching staff at least 3 seasons.
Yeah, I agree.
Get him through his rookie contract. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to ask y'all this: do y'all feel that they can keep this staff together? Because again, this is a business where everybody wants to have an opportunity to make a little bit more money and put themselves in a position. Hey, we got Coach McGriff in the building, man. Shout out to Coach Terry McGriff in the building, BirdCage alumni, Mexican down
Coach McGriff
football league. He's helping run, and don't make me lie. He's gonna kill me. And a Militech, his new product that he actually helped sponsor for the NFL and also college football. Y'all check that out. If you're high school coaches or whatnot, check out a Militech, man. If you're trying to get some new equipment and things that can help futurize the game for your players, hit me up on a DM on Twitter, X, or even on Facebook, and I'll plug you in with Coach McGriff. You got a free plug, Coach. You owe me one.
I think the coaching staff can stay intact unless a university just write them a blank check and they could possibly walk, because they ain't gonna turn down that type of money either. Oh, it just depends on the opportunity.
I agree. But if you keep this staff together, and like K-Dub was saying, you talk about the continuity. Coach Brent was saying it's a machine. I agree with you on that. But how can you keep this staff together if money is being thrown? Because we all know, and you understand from being a coach, you're always trying to move up and get an advancement, because people don't understand. Coaches on the staff, they don't make money like you think they make unless you're the top dog.
Yeah.
And all these dudes want to get out of making peanuts and actually make a good living.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
You know what changes a lot of stuff though?
Was that
winning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look what Bill Belichick did with his guys.
Gee.
Seriously,
Crap paid them though. That's the
I know,
difference.
no,
It's
but
Arthur gonna pay.
I know, but what I'm getting at is just like Rick James says, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Winning's a hell of a drug. I mean, you get no. I'm being serious. You get there and you get to win and you're comfortable and you like going to work and you like the people that you're with. And 28 or 27 days out of the month, you love going to your job. Guess what? Peace of mind's worth a lot.
You ain't lying. And then on top of that, sometimes just because they throw you that money, the expectation that come along with it don't always be the payout. So I mean, that's why I can the right opportunity and whatever wherever you're trying to go to, you're trying to be on the collegiate level or you're trying to be on the NFL level, but you might also just like where you are in the community that you're in right now.
Yeah.
How many times did Kirby Smart have a chance to bounce before he finally did? Seriously.
Quite a few times.
A bunch.
Quite a few times.
Georgia came after him about 2-3 times. He said no. Then he finally came in the game.
Sometimes you like your situation, and if you win, it's a lot easier to like your situation.
And here's the thing: when he was ready to move on and he was ready to go, South Carolina was the place that he was about to go. And fortunately for us, it was fortunate and unfortunate. Coach Rick was fired. You know, he only had 2 losing seasons. Yeah. It's many coaches who get to keep jobs at different schools or whatnot because of that. You know what I'm saying? He would have never been fired anywhere else. But at Georgia, because you couldn't win a natty, you got to go. No. And that opened the door for Kirby. But again, depending on what team comes calling for Zach Robinson or Jeff Ulbrich giving him a head coaching job, because Brick is going to be a head coach. Yeah. It's coming. My thing is, I want to keep him here, like K-Dub said. I want to keep him for at least 4-5 years before he get a job.
Nah, he ain't gonna be here for 4. I give it 3.
I give him 4. The reason I say I give him 4 is because this is his first year. He's gonna get his system in. He's got to see how his system works in Atlanta before he can really get a job. Because if he can turn this defense around and have us in the top 10, top 5, then he'll take a head coaching job. Yeah, because he'll have more evidence to saying, I took 2 bad teams and gave you great defenses, and I turned it around. I can turn your organization.
I mean, like I said, you never know. Like I said, it took a lot to pry Ben Johnson out of Detroit, man. I mean,
it did.
People, it just sometimes, just like Coach B was saying, man, you just like where you're at. All money ain't good money. Then all of a sudden, hey, I need that money. I got people sick. I got this going on. I got some more bills. I got this. Now I might need to take that opportunity. But 2 years ago, when they offered it to me, I was straight. I was comfortable in my own skin. But now situations have changed. 2 seasons later, I get another opportunity to leave. Then I made the leave because I got this on the back burner. I got my mom sick, whatever it may be, whatever the people are going through in their life, they got things where they need extra money coming in.
Well, if your wife looks at you and says, I ain't moving there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's like, I really don't like that. I really don't like that city.
Now you're gonna pay half if I leave.
Yeah. You may get he may get Cleveland to call. She's like, I'm not moving to Cleveland. But then 2 years later, you get the Miami Dolphins to call. She's like, I'm on the way. So you never know.
But here's the thing about that situation. Cleveland got a lot of talent up there.
Yes, they do. They always have.
So here's the thing.
Is it the quarterback?
If Zach Robinson leaves, say what you want. You go to a team that's got a defense already. You don't have to touch that. Right. You have offensive weapons in Cleveland. They're gonna fire their head coach. If they don't win nothing this year, he gone. Oh, yeah, so guess what? Y'all say that he won't go? Man, please. What coach won't go to a situation that's already stacked where you got a great running game right now, great offensive line to protect your quarterback that you have, and then you got a defense that's a top 10 defense in the league, and they have gone to the playoffs.
My question is, do we go in the draft trying to draft a quarterback, or he gonna stick to what he got?
Here's the question.
He's just happy he wouldn't be in Indy and have Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson.
Ooh, shit. You ain't lying about that.
Think about this. We know Joe Flacco is a stand-in. We already know that.
Yeah.
Say what you want, ladies and gentlemen. That's Shedeur Sanders' team. He's already won that locker room over. A lot of people don't want to hear it. That's his team. Dylan Gabriel was drafted before him, but it doesn't mean a damn thing because Gabriel played like ass the other day.
He did.
and I stand on it. The media was very gentle with the way that they handled him, but no, call a spade a spade. The boy was ass. Shedeur, that's his team. You let Zach Robinson go to Cleveland and get Shedeur with that team that they got. Who wouldn't want a situation like that? Coach, you're an offensive guy. If you got a chance to go, I know you talk about the weather, but you know that you got a top 10 defense, great offensive line, and you got a future franchise quarterback sitting on that team.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. You do it. Yeah,
that's all.
You got to pick how many coaches have taken opportunities because you say, "Oh, I have to shoot my shot," but then they wish they hadn't. They wish they'd stayed where they were. You know?
Oh, quite a few.
Dylan Gabriel had a pick in that. Wait a minute. Dylan Gabriel had a pick in that game, man.
He had 2 turnovers. Keyword, he had a pick and a fumble.
Picks. That was awful.
You had a fumble.
Man, that was awful. 145 yards or whatnot. He wasn't throwing downfield like that. He was throwing underneath. His playmakers was doing that. So all I'm saying is this: 2 turnovers, an interception, and a fumble. Shedeur had no turnovers.
And 2 touchdowns.
Well, let's concentrate on Zach Robinson winning the Super Bowl here in Atlanta with Penix before we worry about sending him off with another quarterback.
Oh, if he does that,
we get too far ahead of ourselves.
We have damn weeds in left field someplace around.
Yeah.
Let's
in the tumbleweeds out there. Just what the hell's going on, man?
I don't want to lose nobody on the staff. I want everybody to stay intact.
We don't want to lose him, but we're talking about what's going to happen because he's a bright mind. He already showed flashes of what we could do offensively. Yeah. He ain't going to be here long.
I know, but let's enjoy it while he's here and let's get some hardware.
You ain't lying.
I want to get some hardware. We need it.
Yeah, we definitely need it. We deserve it.
Yeah.
But here's the other question, because we're still on the topic where we said Raheem Morris's teachings or whatnot is going to be what really gets us there. Do you think he's learned his lessons from his days in Tampa? And do you think that Sean McVay set him up mentally to put him in a spot to where he could be a better head coach?
Yeah, I think he learned his lesson in Tampa. I do think that. I think over time you get to get back and reflect and see what you did wrong and try not to repeat them. So yeah, I do think he learned his lesson in Tampa. Whatever, and I think Sean McVay was a good mentor to him. So I think he'll try to implement how he wants to coach with the Falcons and try his best not to imitate what Sean McVay does. That doesn't mean he's not going to copy some of his stuff that he does, but he want to implement his system and how he wants to run it. But yeah, I think he definitely learned from a life lesson from Tampa. Definitely.
Yeah, I believe he learned a whole lot from.
I think last season got in his hind end on his own more than Tampa. I think last offseason was rough on him.
Very rough.
Because we should have been in the playoffs last year.
Fact.
And knowing, man, I should have done this. You always second guessing yourself. I bet you won't make the same mistakes again.
No, not this time.
Wow. My thing is we just got to see. I'm not putting too much on it. We got to see. And all I can say is at this point, we really are going to find out what this team is made of. We're gonna find out where lessons learned from last year. Are we gonna start off fast, start off hot, or are we gonna come out
better come out the gate real quick, or you're gonna be 0-1 in the division.
You don't want to go.
I mean, they had the same thing that we have going on. They got a tackle hurt. They got Wirfs hurt, so he's a starting quality tackle in the league. So they want to blitz outside. We're gonna blitz their side. Well, they tackle hurt in. So let's go. They want to do that. We can do the same thing.
We got the 2 young bucks on defense. I'm ready to cut them dogs loose and let them eat because they ain't done it yet. I'm telling you. There's a reason that you hadn't seen the flash between both of them yet. When it's time and they cut them loose, you're gonna see the whole package.
I think
they're trying to keep everybody healthy right now.
Yeah,
so
I think
they're trying to get to September 8th. I promise you.
Yeah, they're trying their best to
get the roster together. That's all they're doing.
Now here's the thing: we got defensive edges. I hear what you're saying, but here's my question: secondary still in question. You don't even know who the number 2 is right now at that corner. They're still trying to figure that out.
But Ryan, you played safety, and you were dang good. But
it's the reason I'm saying this, Brant. Hear me out on this real quick. It's a reason.
If they get pressure on them, it makes your job a hell of a lot easier.
It does. However, when you have a route runner like a Emeka Ibuka, who we knew about, Georgia found out about him in that damn Peach Bowl when Marvin Harrison Jr. went down.
Yep.
That dude there is a problem.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this from being a former safety. Guess what? I don't know who my number 2 is. I know Jesse Bates is there. I know AJ is there. Billy Bowman looks like he's getting to be that number 1 at my nickel. Who's going to be that? Because we still got Hughes there, but at the same time, they didn't officially name Hughes the number 2.
No, they didn't. Not yet.
They haven't. So I'm looking at it like I need to know who, and as a safety, Brant, I got to know who's on my side because I practice. You think about it. They've all taken reps with these guys. So as a safety, you understand what corners are good with press coverage. You understand what corners are good with zone coverage. You understand what guys are good with one-on-one coverage. You understand what guys are very handsy. You understand what guys might fall for a double move. You might have to go over the top. You might have to cheat in a little bit more to give him a little bit of help. Or you got some guys that can just flat out play where, guess what? Hey, man, you do your thing. I'm going to go ahead and cover this deep third right here. It's a lot that goes into it, and most people don't understand that secondary part. You understand it because you used to attack guys like myself when we didn't know who the hell the number 2 was. That made your job a little easier because you could say, I'm going to attack this safety back here because he don't even know what tendencies he's going to have from this number 2.
Linebacker is going to affect this more than anything.
Yep.
Having that in, a lot of people don't understand that because if you're having to switch to nickel all the time, but if you've got a third linebacker and you don't have to adjust, listen, the best thing any coordinator can do, whether it be offense or defense, if you can line up in base and compete with people and win, you're unbeatable. Because it doesn't make a damn what they do. I'm going to line up and I'm going to compete with you. So what I'm getting at is if we're a 4-2-5 or if we're a 4-3 or 3-4, what you pick a number, it doesn't matter. If you can cover people with your base, it makes everybody's life easier.
Can we cover the middle? Here's the question.
That's what I want to see these young.
Can we cover the middle of the field? Because guess what?
That's
what
we got
on this defense last year was the middle of the field, the seams, the hash marks. That was where we got killed last year. It wasn't the outside.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Richie Grant was killing us on the inside at one point.
Jesse Bates he's playing ping pong instead of pool.
And then you had Justin Simmons, who really was struggling because let's be real, the man came in literally less than 14 days before the season started. He had no chance to learn that playbook.
Yeah.
No.
In that short period of time. A lot of people give Justin Simmons hell, but he played off of instinct. He had to. Because again, you come into a situation, you got to learn a playbook that's about that thick.
I'm wanting to see what Walker and these guys are going to do. I just want to see it as a whole, and I think you're going to see 17 get cranked up this year because. Hey,
look, that's my pick for. He gonna lead the team in sacks, coach.
I hope
he does. So you know.
Hey, Pressure's a hell of a thing. You know it.
Yeah, I'm on record for
He
that.
hadn't had it before.
Yeah, I just want to hear how Dorley and Trike, how they work their way back into their rotation, along with Walker, along with freaking Pierce,
Yeah.
and he how that front really attack.
I think you're going to see Ulbrich cut Caden Ellis loose and bring him some this year.
Yeah,
he's just the kid. He ain't a kid. He knows how to go get it. He knows how to get after the quarterback.
I just got one question for all of y'all. Do Troy Anderson get any type of reemerging in the defense?
I hope he does. I mean, if not, he needs to get out of here.
I'm gonna keep what I'm saying. I'm on to get out of here. Saturday.
But if he shows up and plays, man, hey.
No, I answer that for you. No, because I'm gonna tell you the guy that's gonna get it, and this is my leading candidate for coming up in here wreaking havoc that all y'all keep forgetting about. Zach Harrison.
Yeah,
that's my guy. Pay attention to this. How many times did Zach Harrison get in that backfield last week?
Got quite a few.
Yeah. Quite a few. You bet, though.
And here's my thing. And he wasn't missing much.
Do you keep Troy Anderson on special teams, Brad?
Yeah, at this point. I mean, they got that kid from Notre Dame last year too. What's his name?
JD Bertrand.
I like JD Bertrand.
Yeah,
I like JD Bertrand.
I take him.
Was making plays. He was
no. That's what I'm saying. You got to have somebody. You can't make plays if you're not healthy, and Troy Anderson ain't been healthy. So at some point in time, you got to cut bait and you got to go.
Here's another guy that a lot of people aren't talking about, and I think he's gonna make his presence known. Is Diablo.
Oh yeah, they say he acting a fool out there at camp. So I mean, I expect some good things from him.
And here's the thing. I like that boy Woods. Woods has been in the league for a little bit. He's been on our special teams unit, but I'm not worried because if anything happens to Ellis, guess what? I'm throwing Woods in there. Woods got a nose for the football. Not scared to bring contact. Smart, heady, IQ is there. And then you just brought in Perkins. So we literally have a loaded pass rush. Yeah. It's a track meet. It's who's going to get to the quarterback first and who's going to do it the most. That's the question.
I'm really going to be focused tomorrow on the linebacker core, who's going to be going at it, and then offensive line. Those are going to be my two key elements I watch heavily attention to tomorrow night.
Last week was a weird time. Anytime you have the joint practices with teams, and then it's weird. You go against them all week, and then you go out and then you play a game. It's like they almost know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's it's kind of like being in the old 2-a-day camps. You're ready to just hit somebody different at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you'll see a little bit different vibe tomorrow night. Plus it's the damn Cowboys. Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and get to our X Factors.
I agree.
So let's go ahead and get to our X Factors point of the show this week. Getting ready to wrap this thing up in a sec. So X Factors coming up. All right, so we got our X Factors this week in the preseason. Who are you guys taking this week? Offensively and defensively?
I'm taking Casey Washington on offense. And then on defense, I'm going to take if Kobe Bryant's back out there. I'm trying to hopefully we gotta take Kobe Bryant.
Coach?
Defense, I'm going to go with Helms. We'll take the young buck at tackle.
Dang, took
okay.
Damn,
all right. I like that.
He took mine. Crap.
I like that, coach. I like that a young buck at the tackle. Boy, they don't handle somebody.
For me, I'm gonna go with the gonna go with the quarterback battle. I'm gonna see who's gonna try to be the third string quarterback on the team. For me, between between Pick and the other guy. And for me on the defensive side, I just want to give more of Dorland. I want to see I want to see how he contributes. I want to see how he plays tomorrow.
I don't know if Dorless is playing tomorrow, and I don't know if Rook is playing tomorrow because I know Kool-Aid just said he wanted Rook. I don't think that Raheem's gonna play them dudes because I think they got enough on tape.
Yeah, you gotta look at guys that's on the fringe. If they're not playing tomorrow, they're pretty much saying they already made the team.
Damn. I'm just gonna go with the linebacker core. I mean, because you really don't know who's gonna be backing up Ellen. If you do, you don't know who's gonna be like possibly the third or whatever. So linebacking core for me and quarterback play for me is gonna be the thing I take off from for tomorrow.
That's good. That's real good. For me,
who you got?
Defensively, I gotta go. I'm gonna go in the secondary right now. I gotta go with CJ Henderson, who we just got. They're gonna play him. He's already been making. He already been making. He's been making noise in practice. He picked off Michael Penix Jr. the other day. Hadn't even been here 24 hours, and he already. No, let me get that off. I was quiet when you said George. You just don't like the fact I said Penix. I ain't even let you do that, sir.
I just said okay. I didn't say nothing. I just said okay.
Because I said,
shook my head. I just said okay and shook my head. That's all I said.
But here's the thing. But you got to give it to him. For a guy coming off the street that does not know our defense and is playing against a guy that he really never even played against before, who has elite arm talent, I got to give him that. But I got to see it consistently outside of the practice facility, because his issues that he's had in the NFL was really coveraging. That was his issues. He had one good year of covering, but he's been up and down with his career. But he's a hell of a tackler. Injuries hurt him. So I want to see if this guy can come in here, do a little something. If they play him, that's if they play him. But if they don't play him, the other guy that I got to go with, if they don't play him, I gotta go with Ronnie Harrison.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot we got Ronnie.
I gotta go with Ronnie Harrison. So that's my defense. This is if they don't play CJ Henderson. Ronnie Harrison to be my other guy. Offensively, I gotta go with the running back. I gotta go with Mr. Carter. I want to see if he can put up the numbers that he did last week. Nathan Carter is the number 3, and between him, Washington, and Dotson. No, I'm sorry, it's not Dotson, it's Corbin. Excuse me. Him and Ja'Shawn Corbin. Though Carter and Corbin are battling for that number 3 spot. They're battling for that number 3 spot. So at this point, we're just trying to see who's gonna get that number 3 spot. So those are my X factors. I want to see if Carter can do it. If CJ Henderson is playing, he's gonna be an X factor for me. But if he's not, I gotta go with excuse me, I gotta go with Harrison, because Harrison had a pick last week, had a solid game, and is he on the fringe of making it? That's what I got for you.
Good question. I like those. Oh, I want to give Nick Nash if he gonna try to compete and try to see if he can try to get on here, at least make the practice squad. Room for Nick Nash.
I don't think he did enough, man. I
think Nash is gonna be on
Blair. I want Blair make the team.
No,
he ain't making no break. I want Blair. I got Blair making the team.
Blair making the team.
Come on, man. Do you doubt them HBCU boys?
Blair making it. Blair making the team.
They coming in here from a lot less than some of these dudes, and they playing a hell of a lot harder. Just saying, Blair's one of them dudes that's gonna touch the field this year.
Yeah, Blair's making it. Blair's
I
making.
mean, he's had a touchdown in each preseason game. He can make it a hat trick this week.
Facts.
You know
But
who's going to show out?
but they may not play him. They may sit him this week. They may already make the decision.
That's what I'm saying.
You know who's going to show out this year, because I think Zach Robinson fell in love with him, and so did Penix. Kadero Hodge is going to have a bang up year. Watch and see.
Oh yeah.
You wait and see.
Oh yeah.
You wait and see.
You know what? Listen, I'm a Southern University type of brother, but you know what? If he come in here balling like that, I keep wearing. Listen, I ain't wearing no Alcorn State stuff. That ain't happening, sir. But I will rock that Prairie View A&M stuff where you came out of, my brother. I definitely will rock that. You started at Alcorn State with one of our BirdCage alum, Mr. Arnold Walker, who goes into the Alcorn State Sports Hall of Fame this year, by the way.
Congratulations.
Out there for Arnold Walker. And they haven't said what game they're going to do it in, but they're going to go ahead and put him in the Hall of Fame, and he's going to be recognized for that, and that is a great honor. Now we got to push for him to get in the HBCU Hall of Fame because he's one of their top players in school history, by the way. So shout out to
I just think Kadero Hodge is a football player.
Yeah.
Like
he
earned
that. He earned that, man.
Hodge, but here's the thing, Brent. Hodge was my guy last year. I've been telling people about him, even when he came, and I got it. There's another podcast that I got laughed at when I said something about him when he first got here. And I laughed. I said, okay. I said, we'll see who laughing. The man literally won 2 games, 3 games for us last year, if you want to be honest. Yep. The New Orleans game, the Raiders game with those 2 block punts.
And Tampa.
So the man has won 3 games for the Falcons, being a guy that worked his way up.
Yeah.
So if anything happens to Ray, anything happened to Mooney again, guess what? You got a guy that run a 4.3 and got good hands. Penix likes him. Go back and look at that beautiful throw that Penix gave to him in the Carolina game when he pinpointed it on the sideline.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, off the country, your Southern University kickoff game is coming real soon. I know you're gonna be in tune to that. Look, I'm gonna watch it too, man. It's gonna be some good football.
Gotta listen. It's SWAC versus MEAC, Southern versus North Carolina Central University. Shout out to Coach Bill Hayes, who's another BirdCage alum, HBCU alum, and HBCU Hall of Famer, college football Hall of Famer too, 2 national championships. That's his alma mater. So me and Coach Hayes gonna be talking a little bit of trash, before the game.
I got a shout out to my little cousin that started at TSU too.
Yes, sir.
TSU.
Yeah. He started at Tennessee State. My cousin Dawson Willis was there playing. So keep up with him. He's a freshman, wide receiver.
Footballing in the air, fella, and I love it.
Yeah,
in the air.
Hey, this all I'm waiting on. I'm just waiting to see him literally balling out this year, because when they had that 3 and 4 receiver set, and I'm not even being funny. Here's my thing. If you go to a HBCU and you see a white boy playing that receiver, and he's starting or he's in the set, you know he a bad boy.
Oh yeah.
They reached out to him to tell you what he can play like. You don't just get pulled in the HBCU for nothing like that. Let's get that straight. You got to be able to ball. I can't wait, man. We got to definitely try to see if we can go to a game this year. I know I'm going to Norfolk State and Delaware State when they come up here. Same day that Georgia and Alabama play. That'll be in the day.
I'm trying to go to that game. That's what I'm trying to go.
Well, look, you let me know when you come up, if you come up here or whatnot, because that's the same night that Georgia and Alabama play.
No, I'm trying to go to the Georgia Alabama game.
Oh, never mind.
That's where I'll be at.
If you don't have tickets now, man, you ain't gonna get tickets, bro. That thing gonna be sold out.
Tailgate, my brother. Tailgate.
Yes, sir. That's what's happening.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too. Just getting the atmosphere, tailgate. I know I ain't gonna get in the game, but
I know I ain't getting in the
game. I did that last year. That was pretty cool. I didn't have no tickets, and I had a good time. They had a big screen TV. It was all right.
Yeah, cause I know the food gonna be banging out there.
Man.
Oh, they got too much food. They got too much food. overload of food.
Fellas, it's football time in the South. Life doesn't get any better than this. I
Oh
love it.
man,
Let's
I
go,
love
let's go,
it.
let's go,
I
let's go,
love
let's
it.
go. Rise up.
Love it.
Rise up.
I'm actually gonna watch the game in Ireland, even though it is teams that I don't normally watch. It's just football, and I'm just gonna watch it, and I'm gonna enjoy it. Love it.
Love it.
Hey man, it's football season, and this is what we've all wanted. Tell them, Bernie.
Lord have mercy. The Lord is my shepherd. You know what I
He
want.
knows what I want.
And we want football, and that's where we at right now. So we want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Coach Brent, appreciate you coming through. Gray Beard, appreciate you too. K-Dub, my guy, thank you for coming through again. And also we got to give a shout out to King Richie or whatnot. He's out here doing his thing on YouTube. He just started a brand new Falcons podcast.
Okay, Rick.
King Rich.
Rich has been working his tail off, and he finally got it started. It's about time, bro. I'm happy because you actually talked about Ulbrich today. You gave him his flowers, and not just gave him his flowers. Y'all got to check out the Dirty Falcon Y'all got to check out the Dirty Falcon podcast if you haven't. Also, check out our boy A1 Forever with Smitty. Those guys are doing their thing. 95 Sports Machine North. Check them out. Smitty's Time Machine. And also check out Debo Vibes.
Debo.
Got a lot of stuff they talk about with the 90s, but outside of the 90s, they talk about relationship issues. I was up on that Tuesday night. Talked about Friday, the 30th edition. Happy birthday to the franchise Friday. And then also check out his food channel as well on YouTube. If you're in the Atlanta area, you don't know where to eat and you don't know where to go, check out a lot of the eats that he has because he's all over the city bringing good food. So I bid you guys adieu. Y'all have a good night, and I will catch you guys next week. And for the viewers out here, tomorrow we have the pregame meal that's going to be coming up for the fans to come through, talk about what you like, dislike, what you want to see. And also we're going to have the halftime report. And we're going to have the party line, hopefully. I don't want to lose the Dallas, even in the preseason. I can't stand them. But y'all tune in tomorrow night, man. Like we say in the BirdCage, ladies and gentlemen.
BirdCage, you either go right or you get left.
We'll catch you then. Ghosts.